Hey y'all, I got a little nostalgic today, so I thought I would go through and go check out my old neighborhood. And I also thought that I would take you guys along for the ride because I grew up in a really, really cool neighborhood. We had a lot of kids. We always played in the streets. We did one of those we don't come home until the street lights come on kind of thing. And so I really wanted to kind of show y'all where I grew up. These houses are quite they're all on properties that are still have irrigation. So the lots are pretty big. And so we all had a lot of green space to play and run around in. This house right here was where one of our friends used to live. Had a really cool aquarium in it that he used to have a awesome fish display. It was tons of different saltwater fish and stuff. He also had snakes. Used to scare me to death with them, but it was so much fun. But I thought, yeah, I'll take you along for the ride because there's a lot of things that I do want to share with y'all. So we're going to be coming, this is the street actually that's just south of where I grew up. So I am going to take you down my street here in just a second. So up this whole area was a huge orange grove, and they had unfortunately tore down a lot of the orange grove to build the houses, but we still had a ton of them on our property. This particular area right here, it has now, you can see that it's a gated community. It was not when I was growing up. It was actually a horse property where they would board racehorses. We have a racetrack called Turf Paradise here in Arizona, and the person who owned the racetrack and the person who owned the property for this loved horses and used to board them. Sorry. I got distracted by that white van that just turned around in front of us. And the person who owned the house on this property, his name was Brophy, and he and his family founded Brophy Prep School, which is right next to the high school that I went to high school with. So, yeah, this used to be all tamarack trees and horse property. And my sister and I would go right up ahead. There's a whole bunch of trees. We would go right there. In those tree areas is where the horses would meet us, and we would feed them carrots and stuff from our house. So, in saying that, right next to this is the house that I grew up in right here, and I'll get a closer look. So, I wanted to pull over real quick, but here's my home that I grew up when I was brought home from the hospital. So that's the house that I grew up in, and this is my neighborhood. It's my next door neighbor's house. I don't know if they still live there. I won't say their last name, but this next house is my babysitter's house that used to babysit me. Lots of fun memories there. We used to go over to their house for just to play too. She was so super good about being, even though we were so much younger than her, she would play with us. So it was kind of fun. And lots and lots and lots of changes. I don't see as many orange trees that I did when I was growing up here. But my sister and I would run these streets, I swear. We had all kinds of kids that we used to hang out with. And like I said before, we would come home when the streetlights came on. So no one ever worried about us. Well, they worried about us, don't get me wrong. But worried about us being out, running around, because there were so many people that we hung out with and that my parents knew. And so, It'd just be like a phone call, or my dad had this really, really loud whistle, where you like put your fingers in your mouth type of whistle. And we knew if we heard that we better come running. But we were never really too far away. This is almost to the end of the street, so we'll be turning this off in just a second. But unless I can get some good traffic, because this next street that's coming up is pretty busy. But these two houses right here, actually, this was a huge lot. They had tore down the house that used to live here, but one of our friends used to live here. And we used to we used to come over here, and there's just like so much room to like run around, play in the dirt, get our hands dirty, play hide and seek, all kinds of different things. You're going to hear a lot of traffic because this is a pretty busy street. But there is actually one more place that I'd love to take you to. So if you don't mind a little bit of traffic noise and to see, there's a really, really cool neighborhood that my sister and I used to go to a Bible study in that has some gorgeous houses that are not too far away. So hang tight. See, literally right up the street. It's called East Circle Road. I absolutely love this area, and this is why. Check out this corridor. Like, this place is so cool. It is a very affluent kind of area. The houses in here, people are very, very, what's the word I want? Protective of their privacy, let's just say. I walked through here one time, and there was someone that was kind of like, you don't belong here kind of thing, giving me the eye. So I just usually just come in here, come in, come out, mind my business. But so cool. I just thought, this is the coolest little neighborhood. I would love to have a house here. We used to go to a Bible study at this house right here. Looks like someone's out there taking care of his yard, so I won't meander too long. But this big corridor of, not sure, I don't think these are oleanders, but no, they're not. But the bushes, they grow over a lot. And this whole thing when I was growing up used to be completely covered like it is at the end right here. But it's just a cute little cul-de-sac. There are some driveways that we've passed through. But some of these houses are just like so cool. Here we go. I am super big into architecture and just I think, our neighborhoods and stuff like around here, most of them have a lot of like Southwestern feel to them. So, when I see something different, like I love that house right there. And this one coming up, that's pretty cool too. I hope I'm getting good shots. Driving and doing, oh no, I got a glare. Oh shoot. Let's see if I can kind of get past this with a window. I don't know. This might not turn out as well as I want it to, but yeah, you're seeing the glare of my dollar store tree finds. That's coming up in another video. But East Circle Road, this is so cool. This is like one of my favorite places just to kind of drive and like chill out and just check out. Like my dream was always to have a house here. I definitely don't have the income to do that, but I can still dream, right? I can still dream.